Hello, and thanks for watching another episode of ARFCOM News. Today I want to tell you about why moms looking for action in your area hate Legos, the Federal Appeals Court ruling against the 68 GCA, and some of the dumbest thugs I've ever heard of. But before we get started, I want to tell you about the wholesome, non-GMO, free-range, sugar-free, gluten-free, 99% cruelty-free night vision products offered to you by our friends at TNVC.com. Handcrafted by honest, hard-working Amish operators using traditional old country techniques, TNVC night vision is hearty and refreshing, just like you. If you like seeing stuff more than not seeing stuff, take a look at our sponsor, TNVC.com, your source for quality night vision gear to make you the bump in the night. First off, I want to remind you to keep up the pressure on the ATF's proposed rules concerning receivers and braces and the Senate confirmation of anti-gun activist David Chipman for ATF director. Keep writing those comments and contacting those politicritters. Links are in the doobly-doo. So I'm guessing you've probably seen this colorful Lego-themed Glock from Culper Precision floating around the socials over the last week or two. In a masterful piece of meat space trolling, Culper said they did it because they have been building guns out of blocks for the last 30 years and wanted to flip the script to aggravate mom. Well, that's exactly what happened, because the mega Karens at moms in your area looking for action immediately assembled their crack team of whiny housefrows to nag Lego into issuing a cease and desist letter. Alpha Karen Shannon Watts baselessly predicted the gun would rampage, spilling blood in biblical proportions. I couldn't find any indication whatsoever of that actually happening, so maybe she needs to draw her pentagrams with Himalayan salt or something. I don't know. Now, if you're thinking it's a bad idea because a youngster could get their hands on it, then you are pants on head stupid, because you're starting with the assumption that it's okay to leave guns laying around unsecured. Now, I don't care what the gun looks like. No matter how it looks, it still needs to be under your immediate control or securely locked away from unauthorized users. Period. Rounds complete. End of mission. As a practical matter, it looks like the studded texture would provide for a really secure grip, and now that I'm thinking about it, I want to get some of those Lego adhesive strips for my guns instead of the skateboard grip tape that I have been using. As for Culper, they decided to comply with Lego's request and they stopped making the Lego-themed guns. After all, Lego probably has a lot more money to throw at lawyers than they do, and let's be honest, Culper got a lot of free publicity out of this for their other custom designs. Hey, I got a question for you. How old is a grown-up? At what age does a person's constitutional rights kick in? The 4th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals says it's 18, and the 1968 Gun Control Act unconstitutionally prohibits 18 to 20-year-olds from purchasing a handgun through a federally licensed dealer. Now, of course, there is no federal law prohibiting younger adults from owning or possessing a handgun, so in most states, if you're between the ages of 18 and 20, and you are also privileged enough to have cool parents willing to buy a pistol for you, you can still get one. And of course, you can still buy a rifle or a shotgun. Control freak activists like to pretend that leaves the right to bear arms intact, but the 4th Circuit vigorously disagrees with that notion. Judge Julius Richardson wrote in the majority opinion, "We first find that 18-year-olds possess Second Amendment rights. They enjoy almost every other constitutional right, and they were required at the time of the founding to serve in the militia and furnish their own weapons." For the time being, this ruling only applies in Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, but Bloomberg's lawyers are certain to appeal. I enjoy listening to hip-hop music, but I'm not a big fan of the culture which surrounds the genre. I mean, it's not like all or even the majority of hip-hop artists are criminals, but gangs, violence, drugs, and the like have always been popular themes in hip-hop. And street cred has always been a component. But it takes a special kind of pure, uncut Colombian stupid to shoot a music video out in the public view with real guns. It's just unsafe, and it freaks people out. But doing it while carrying dozens of bags of actual heroin is reaching stupidity levels which shouldn't even be possible. That's exactly what police say these three dudes did outside their Pittsburgh apartment complex. The detective said they caught his attention because they appeared to be under 21, which is the age required for a carry permit in Pennsylvania. However, open carry is legal without a permit in Pennsylvania, and I have no idea how one can tell from across the street just by looking at a man whether he is 19 or 21. Still, waving guns around in a parking lot tends to get attention, and slanging dope tends to get you locked up. I'm sure their prison sentences will get them the street cred they need for their album to go platinum when they get out. Well, friends, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoy watching these things because I sure like making them for you. Hey kids, do you want to get email alerts for the best deals, projects we're working on, and the hottest stuff you missed on the ARFCOM forums? You bet you do. So go ahead and hit the Linktree link down there in the description and sign up for our newsletter. And remember, our robot overlords in the tube of views know what we want better than we do for ourselves. So they helpfully and routinely unsubscribe viewers from channels which could contain wrongthink, like our own. Stuff like that makes puppies cry, and Captain America is very disappointed. So don't forget to check every now and then just to be sure you're still subscribed. And while you're at it, ring that notification bell to stay in the know on all the 2A news. If you want to help us keep bringing you banger content like this, please support the folks who support us. Not only does TNVC.com give you night vision with that cool, refreshing, never bitter taste that goes down smooth, they also have mounts, lights, and all sorts of other gear to make you the bump in the night. I love you.